So what are your plans on August 21st, 2017? Well, for 500,000 people around the world, it's going to be coming to Wyoming to view the total eclipse of the sun. That's right. Wyoming's population is expected to double that week. Every hotel room in central Wyoming for that week has been booked for months. So what's all the fuss about? Well, let's begin with a quick explanation of what an eclipse is. Every month, the moon passes between Earth and the sun and gives us what we call a new moon. In other words, the lighted half of the moon faces the sun, which it always does, and the shadowed half is facing Earth. Because the orbital plane of the moon going around the Earth is not exactly the same as the orbital plane of the Earth going around the sun, the moon doesn't actually block out the sun, usually. When things line up just right, the shadow of the moon is cast on the Earth. The deepest part of the shadow, called the umbra, only covers a small portion of the Earth. If you're in this narrow strip, you get to experience a total eclipse. In other words, you would see the moon exactly cover the sun for a short time. This is because the moon is about 400 times smaller than the sun, and it's also about 400 times closer. In other words, the moon is at just the right distance from the Earth, and the Earth is at just the right distance from the sun, so that their apparent sizes in the sky are the same. When this happens, the outermost layer of the sun, the corona, is visible. This happened about a year ago, last March, in Indonesia. Here's what it looked like.
We're getting very near the darkest part of the shadow. I see that the crescent is starting to shorten. We're getting very close. Very, very close. I'm sure people at home can hear the crowds and excitement here. We're anticipating a diamond ring.
Oh, a tiny little sliver. Oh, it's really getting dark.
Here we go.
Here comes the shadow.
Close.
Diamond ring. There it is.
Diamond
oh,
ring effect.
great.
Oh my goodness. That is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Now we see the streamers.
Oh,
They're reaching out into the sky.
the corona is so nice. Look at the lines.
We're getting a really strong streamer on the lower left-hand side.
Oh, wow.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm seeing stars. I believe I see Regulus.
Oh, yeah. So that's Venus and Mercury.
Venus and Mercury. We're not seeing other stars right now, but we are seeing Venus and Mercury.
Yeah, the sky has gone dark. It's like night coming on, and the clouds around the horizon are dimly lit with yellowish brown. It's the sunlight's still hitting the distant clouds. Oh, it's dark here.
I see birds flying overhead. Actually, a lot of birds have come out of the trees and they're circling.
Oh, and that prominence
as you can see,
up
this
into
is
the
a pretty
corona.
spectacular event.
Just
So
what
this
a
year,
great set of
the shadow will pass across the entire United States, from Oregon to South Carolina. Only people in this narrow strip will experience the total eclipse. And even within this band, the eclipse will only last for about 2.5 minutes. The entire trip across the U.S. will only take the moon's shadow about 90 minutes. So here are the towns in Wyoming that are within this band. Again, you must be in the strip to experience the total eclipse. So Lander is about as far south as one might expect to see the total eclipse, and Thermopolis is about as far north. In this video, the shadow will move across the United States, starting from the Oregon coast. Notice the times in the upper left corner of the screen. You can stop the video and write down the times if there's a specific area that you're interested in. Notice the times, our mountain daylight time as it crosses over Wyoming. Hitting Shoshone around 11:36. Casper around 11:43. And leaving the state at about 11:50 a.m. So hopefully you know a little bit more about the eclipse of 2017 than you did before watching. We've been talking about this event to 8th grade students in Park 6 for several years now. It's exciting to think that the time is fast approaching.